Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. It's almost the end of June, July 1st, 2026. We're going to have some new products dropping in the online store, which means they're not in a printed catalog, but there is this little thing you can print if you want to that has all the products in it. It's like 12 pages. I printed it back to front. But these are all the ones that are coming to the online store, so they won't be mailed in an actual catalog, but there's still some good things in here to see. I'll show you a few things that I bought and a few projects with the new Violet suite. So I'll link this below and you can look through it and see things better and up close. And there'll be a new product of the month. So they've got some Halloween things coming out early. I have a lot of great Halloween bundles that I've kept through the years. So I did not get any of the stamps, but I love new embossing folders. This one, I mean, this can go for all sorts of things. This can go for New Year's, Christmas, Hanukkah, all kinds of things. Look, it's got swirls and stars, and I think they have it listed with the Halloween things, but I think this is great for all around, even birthdays and anniversaries. I love it, and I love swirls. So it's called Swirls of Magic. So, and it is a regular embossing folder, which means you just put it between your two clear plates and run it through. It's easy. It's a really nice one, and nice and big. And then I ordered the black ribbon. I love black ribbon. This one is really sturdy. It's not thick. I mean, it ties lovely, but it's nice and thick. It has a really nice shimmer to it. And it's not see-through, not much. I mean, maybe a touch. But it's a really nice black ribbon to use for all sorts of things, not just Halloween. These little guys, I had to see what they felt like. These are called Ghosts and Dots. So these are those like foamy little dots, which are great. But these are like a hard plastic, and actually I want to eat them. They look like candy to me. So be careful around the kiddos, because they might think these are candy too. But the cute little smiley ghosts, but they're plastic, and so are these little bats. So you'd want to protect them if you mail them or, you know, hand deliver those. But they're super cute. And then the paper, frightfully fun, 12 by 12. I love it when they do this, you know, where you can cut it in half and then make your panels with this great paper. Let's see. Oh, here's some more swirls on this side. I haven't looked at this yet. I opened it. I didn't look at it yet. All right, ghost. Oh, cats. Black cats. Orange patterns. Oh, look at the cats. Okay, that's cute. And now that I have a black cat, you know, I might have to use that. It's cute. Stripes. Ghost, bats. Spider webs. All the things Halloween. Ghosts. Orange webs. More ghosts. Look at his face. That's cute. Oh, that's nice too. Nice. The black on black. Orange stars. There you go. So I definitely put that folder on your list. Now here's the Violet suite. I'm going to show you that at the end because I have a couple projects to show you with that. This is, if you like quilting, this has got some great quilt paper. I didn't buy the bundle, but the stocking dies are going to be pretty cool. One thing you don't want to miss are these adorable buttons. They're plastic and they're hard. I mean, you be careful mailing them, but they're going to be fabulous for all kinds of projects and boxes and bags. And if you hand deliver your cards, these are so cute. They're white and red, and they've got this iridescent like glitter around them. And of course, they're all adhesive back with really big glue dots. So I love those. I love buttons. And then the ribbon, it's a stitched red ribbon. It says it's real red, but it could go cherry too. It's a darker red, and I pulled out the other one that we used to have years ago. This one from years ago is 1/8 inch, which is still really great. This one is 1/4 inch. So it's just, you see this one's just a little bit brighter, but that's a really nice ribbon for the holidays or birthdays or whatever. So I say yes on this ribbon. And then this is what the paper looks like. It's called A Stitched Season. Look at the cardinal. And just all different quilted images. A nice tone-on-tone plaid. Cardinals. I I love cardinals. That is so pretty. Candy canes. Quilted trees. It's going to be nice paper. If you know people who like to sew and like the folk art, I think this is great. Little bright red tone and white paper. Let's see. That one. Oh, that's cool too. I can see how you can even get individual pieces out of here. More quilted patterns. Ooh, that's pretty. That could go for any time. Doesn't even have to be the holidays. All right. Ooh, that's cool too. I like this paper. It's the first time I'm seeing it, so this is really cool. It looks like it would be textured, but it's not. It's just got that print on it. Ooh, oh, snowflakes. Looks like it's a secret sea. So very, very, very dark blue with white snowflakes. Oh, and that one. Very cool. I love the color palette. And you got your holly, of course. Okay, I like it. If you've got that old quilting bundle from years ago, this would be a great addition for that. Okay, on to the bundles. They've got, I know you're probably not going to see this very well, which is why I'm going to post the link for you online. But there's just some fun ornaments and a scarecrow for fall, some flip-flops, some summer things. Those are going to be cute. The poinsettia, potato. I did get this one, even though I already have one. I really like the sentiments in this one. The merry and bright and Christmas joy, 'tis the season, most wonderful time of the year, bright Christmas wishes. I just like the sentiments on it. One thing you're going to notice too, with the new packaging, they've listened to us, and the package says pretty poinsettia dies, where before it was super tiny. So now you've got pretty poinsettia stamp set and then pretty poinsettia dies. So it's really easy when you're looking through your packages to see which one's dies and which one isn't. And I also heard that the inside matches now. The way that they're putting together these. Let's see if it works. Yep, they did. Look at that. So they match now. So when you pull them out, they match what's on the front as much as they can, because some they have to size down a little, but they match. So when you're putting away your stamp set and you want to make sure that you've got all your parts and pieces, it's easy to see what you have. Does that make sense? So when you've used this one, you want to know where it's going, it's real easy to see where it goes because now it matches. So you don't have to stamp the inside of your package. And this is why I bought the dies. I think they're going to be fantastic. You just look really detailed and really pretty. Now, I don't have this one to show you, but I'm getting it. This is the Botanical Expressions die. That die is great. It's nice and big. It's a nice big for the center of a card, a border. It's going to be really nice to cut a really pretty see-through foliage. So that one is going to be good. Oh, I got this one, the Simply Leaves bundle, because I love anything that's easy with a punch. So I did get this one. I think it's going to be fun. I think I can do some guy cards with it for the fall. I think it's good for any time. A little something to say hello. I like that sentiment a lot. Thinking of you often. Thanks, I'm grateful for your kindness, but I love images that I can just stamp a nice solid image and punch it out and make some fun cards. So I'll be using that in the next few weeks. Yeah, here you can kind of see some of the Halloween, the bundles that I did not get. On some of the accessories area, I did get, there's a tree ring embossing folder. So it's a real big folder that looks like a cut tree, which is kind of cool. And then these border accents, these are kind of interesting. I know people will like them for scrapbooking, which I don't do. You can see they're wood burned. You can kind of smell a little burn smell to them. Just a teeny bit of a, you can tell they were laser cut. And anyway, you just pop these out. They're really thick, which is nice. And I plan on using them for cards, as I do, or boxes or things, and cutting them apart. But they're laser cut, all borders. So I think those are going to be kind of fun to use in lots of ways. I'll be using those on the videos in the next few weeks, so you can see how we can use them. You can color them, and you can brayer them, you can sponge them. So I'll see how those work. The foil butterflies, those are on the pre-order list. And like I said, I want to love them. But where they cut them out with the laser, there's little edges that show. And so sometimes, like on the really detailed ones, the white kind of shows through, and I don't like that as much. But I do think they're pretty. I just think, see, now it just happened where I punched it out and I tried to take these out, and then some of the gold came off. So, I don't know. I think they're okay, but I can't say 100% that I recommend them just because of that, because they do kind of flake, the gold kind of flakes off if you're not careful. Here's some gingham. I love a good gingham. These are in the in colors, in the brand new in colors, the pine and the hydrangea. There's a large check and a small check for each of the colors. So that's pretty. I like that this one can go for the holidays too. This one can go for fall with the golden glow. You've got summertime represented. So I definitely grabbed the gingham because I like to use that for backgrounds. A couple of standalone stamp sets I got, and this one, oh my gosh. I'm not gonna make 100 of these for the holidays, but in my neighborhood where we live in North Carolina, we have all these things. We have the bears, the squirrels, the deer, the fox, the owl. You know, I mean, look how cute these are. This is in the shape of a Christmas tree. I love all the sentiments. And they have, of course, there's really cute individual animals all the way around. I just think, look at the little hedgehog or porcupine. Really, really cute stamp set. It's going to take me a while to color, but you could emboss it, you know, as a line art. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll emboss it in white on a color and see what I can do with it too. Look at the bear looking up at the deer. Come on, so cute. And then the birthday song. I did get this one because I love cute birthday cards. And it's your birthday song. It isn't very long. You know how they embarrass you at Olive Garden and clap as you're doing it, as they sing you happy birthday. So you've got the 3 flamingos, clap, 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 music notes, and then the 2 walruses are adorable with the little puffins on their heads. So I did get that one too. Oh, and this one, which it's a very bold graphic flower, which I really like for backgrounds and things like that. So we'll see what I can do with that. All right, now for the violets. I did get the whole suite of the violets. I love the purples. I love pansies. I love violets, so I did get it. And the paper, I'll show you, that's definitely a must. The framed violet stamp set has the sending love, happy birthday to you, and then this background one, and then these, which the dies will cut out. And then there's some stamps like this stem, and then the dies right here. Then there's also a large die right here that cuts out the frame, and it matches the stamp. So there's a very large stamp that will stamp the oval. And one thing you're going to notice, these are really thick. Lately, the photopolymers have been a little bit thinner, and I wonder if people have torn them, taking them off or something too aggressively, and that's why they thickened them up. But boy, these are really nice and thick. So I was happy to feel that. They are really more sturdy than before. Not that there were anything wrong with them before, but you did have to be a little careful sometimes pulling them off your blocks. Anyway, that stamp will match the oval. And then there's an oval circle that you can cut out the inside. And one thing to note is that it's wavy. So it's meant to be kind of squiggly, hand-drawn looking. It's not perfect. If that drives you crazy, don't get it. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see here better. Can you see? I mean, I know I cut 2 flowers out of it, but it's got a little wavy line, and then this is also wavy when it cuts out. You don't have to match it up, but it will make like a little wavy outline. It's just a little bit. It's just like a little, it's not perfectly smooth. I don't mind it. I like it. I'm just saying, you know, when you're matching it up to things, people are going to think that, you know, maybe you didn't cut it evenly. But I do like it. Let me show you the paper that comes with this. Violet Dreams. Now I thought that the dies were going to cut this out, but they do not. They do not cut it out. There are, it looks like they might, but they don't fit exactly. So it's not, it's close, but not. And I don't know if that was intentional or if that was a mistake, but they don't match exactly. That's why the paper can really be a standalone paper. If you want just a little bit of the violet, get the paper. Look, pretty freesia stripes. This is the Secret Sea with that pattern on it and more freesia. This might be bubble gum, but it kind of is a lighter version of the freesia. It's a pretty little pattern with the violets. A really nice shaded spruce looking green. Isn't that pretty? Right. This is like a very light hydrangea hue stripe. And then a little smaller pattern with the harlequin in there. Secret Sea and white polka dots. And then it comes with these two sheets that are exactly the same of the punch outs. Kind of like a paper pumpkin feeling. They're not super thick, but I'll show you. I used this one here. I punched this out, and I used this one down here on a card, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. So I definitely say if you want just a little bit of the violet, go ahead and get the designer paper for sure. They also have these pretty little plastic flowers. Again, they don't mail really well. They got a good lift on them, but they're very pretty with a rhinestone and all the different colors. And then you don't want to miss this paper. This is that, oh yeah, it's going to be really hard to show you on here. Oh, I wish you were sitting next to me. This is Shimmering Stripes. You get 4 sheets for like $10.50, I think, which is kind of a lot, but when you look at it, you'll see why. They're these teeny tiny little stripes, and they're all glittered. And it doesn't shed. There's no shedding of the glitter. That's what makes it a little bit more expensive too. I bought a lot of papers in my life at the stores, and it sheds everywhere. This does not shed, and it's got really pretty, like a iridescent, almost silvery color. Comes in 12 by 12 sheets. It's sort of a chameleon. You know, whatever you put it with, it kind of picks up that color. And you can sponge it or brush it. I took a green and went back and forth over it with my brush and made a really pretty green shimmer. So I think it's fun to play with and use it in small doses. Oh, and there's a really pretty freesia ribbon in that suite too. So if you don't have freesia ribbon, this is a really nice one. I think it's a 1/4 inch, and it's like a satin. It's got a little pretty shine to it. All right, projects. Oh, I forgot to show you the new scissors. So, you know, we haven't had our snips for a while, and we've got some back in stock. I don't know if it's the same company or not, but they feel the same. I've got some here. This one's from 2013. I can't tell the difference between any of these. These are the ones that I had from the last catalog, 2024. I like to put the year on my scissors. I don't know why. But they look exactly the same. I mean, it would be very, if there is a difference, I can't really see one. They're the same blades, same everything. They cut wonderfully. So if you need a new pair of snips, these are back. They'll be back July 1st. Hopefully they'll have some in stock. Super sharp, and yes, they do come with the cover like they did before, and a pouch. There might be a bit stiffer, but they might be because they're new. And I think they're the same price. I think they're $10. Detail scissors, they're called. $10. So I took that pop-out frame. Like I said, these are more thin, but they still work okay. And then I popped it up on some of the designer paper. So I used the violet paper, this one. I put a freesia card behind it. And then I added 2 1-inch strips of that iridescent paper just to give it a little something something. And then a little bit of freesia ribbon to run through here. I thought it could use a little more pizzazz, so I took my shimmer pens And I took the blue one, the hydrangea blue, and I just sort of went over some of the flower areas just to make it pop a little more. And I added the golden glow in the middle where it was already yellow. And I even took the green and went over all around the edges and in the middle just to give some real pretty sparkle and some definition. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two. I think in person you can tell the difference because it is sparkly. Plus it's just kind of fun to play a little bit and to just draw and color in a little. So I just added some of that color on there before, putting it all together. It just gives it, when the person gets it, they're gonna see a little shimmer in there. And then the happy birthday, I was trying to decide if I want to keep that there. That's from the stamp set, and I just cut it apart. This one, the happy birthday to you. I stamped it with the Secret C on freesia and then just snipped it apart with my scissors and stuck it on there. Not permanently yet till I decide if that's where I want to keep it. So I think that's a nice card to use with hardly any stamping. And then I used the frame on this one. I started out first trying to do the freesia and I didn't like it that well. And then I did the freesia on freesia. I didn't like that. Then I stamped the scallop stamp on freesia cardstock with the Secret C, and I like it. You can still see the freesia poking out behind it a little bit. And then I cut the oval with the designer paper. And then these little guys from the die right here, I cut some designer paper leaves and flowers and white. A little bit of ribbon. And I stamped the little dots from the stamp set right here. See the little dots there? I stamped that here and here on the designer paper. And that's it. I really like the way that one came out. Added some rhinestones and a couple sequins. I just love rhinestones. They're such a great value, and you can change the color if you want to. They're like my go-to to get a pack of rhinestones. I'll link those below too. So there you go. I'll put the recipes below with the photos of these, with the measurements. And make sure you go to my blog so you can look at the July release. And that's it for today. We'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.